In a peaceful village nestled between majestic mountains and lush forests, lived a young boy named Kai. Kai was no ordinary boy. He possessed a fierce determination and a heart full of courage. He had one dream: to become the greatest warrior and protect his village from the lurking shadows of evil spirits known as yokai. Kai's journey began when he was just 10 years old. His village had been under attack by yokai, fearsome creatures that thrived in darkness. The villagers lived in constant fear, and the once happy and bustling village had become a place of sorrow and despair. Kai's parents were among the victims of a brutal yokai attack, leaving him an orphan. This tragedy fueled his desire to fight back and protect those he loved. Every morning, before the sun rose, Kai trained rigorously with his wooden sword. He practiced his swordsmanship under the guidance of Master Hero, the village's wise and skilled warrior. Master Hero saw the fire in Kai's eyes and decided to take him under his wing. Strength alone is not enough, Master Hero often reminded him. A true warrior fights with both his heart and mind. Years passed, and Kai grew stronger. He became known for his unmatched speed and agility. But it wasn't just his physical prowess that set him apart. It was his unwavering spirit and his kindness that endeared him to everyone in the village. Kai was always ready to lend a hand, whether it was helping an elderly neighbor or comforting a frightened child. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting an eerie glow over the village, a chilling wind swept through the streets. The villagers knew what this meant. The yokai were coming. Fear spread like wildfire, but Kai stood firm. He knew it was time to put his years of training to the test. As darkness fell, the yokai emerged from the shadows, their eyes glowing with malevolence. Kai, now 17, stood at the village entrance, sword in hand, ready to face the threat. The battle that ensued was fierce. Kai fought with all his might, his movements swift and precise. The villagers watched in awe and fear as he took on the monstrous yokai. In the midst of the chaos, Kai noticed a young girl trapped under a fallen tree. Her eyes were wide with terror. Without hesitation, he dashed towards her, slicing through the yokai that stood in his way. He lifted the heavy tree trunk with all his strength and carried the girl to safety. "Stay strong," he whispered to her before returning to the battle. The night seemed endless, but Kai's determination never wavered. With every strike, he remembered his parents, his friends, and his village. He fought not just for himself but for everyone who had suffered at the hands of the yokai. As dawn approached, the yokai began to retreat, unable to withstand Kai's relentless assault. The villagers cheered as the last of the yokai vanished into the darkness. Kai's victory was celebrated, but he knew this was just the beginning. The yokai would return, and he needed to be prepared. With Master Hero's guidance, Kai continued to train, honing his skills and learning new techniques. He also began to explore the ancient scrolls in Master Hero's library, searching for ways to strengthen the village's defenses. During his studies, Kai discovered an old legend about a powerful flame that could vanquish the yokai once and for all. The Flame of the Phoenix, as it was called, was said to be hidden in a sacred temple deep within the forest. Determined to find this legendary flame, Kai embarked on a perilous journey, leaving the safety of his village behind. The forest was dense and treacherous, filled with unknown dangers, but Kai pressed on, driven by his desire to protect his home. Along the way, he encountered Mei, a skilled archer from a neighboring village. Mei had also lost her family to the yokai and had been on her own quest for vengeance. The two warriors decided to join forces, finding strength and solace in each other's company. As they ventured deeper into the forest, Kai and Mei faced numerous challenges. They battled ferocious beasts, navigated through dark and winding paths, and overcame their deepest fears. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day. Mei's sharp arrows and Kai's swift sword made them an unstoppable team. One evening, as they rested by a sparkling stream, Kai turned to Mei, his eyes filled with determination. "We will find the Flame of the Phoenix," he said firmly. Mei nodded, her eyes reflecting the same resolve. "Together," she replied, her voice steady. After weeks of arduous travel, they finally reached the sacred temple. It was a magnificent structure, covered in ancient carvings and surrounded by an aura of mystery. As they stepped inside, they were greeted by a blinding light. In the center of the temple, on a pedestal, burned the Flame of the Phoenix. Its warmth and brilliance were unlike anything they had ever seen. Kai and Mei approached the flame with reverence. As they reached out to touch it, the flame split into two, entering their hearts. They felt an overwhelming surge of power and a deep sense of peace. The flame of the phoenix had chosen them as its guardians. With the flame's power coursing through their veins, Kai and Mei returned to their village, ready to face the yokai once more. The villagers were overjoyed to see them, their faces lighting up with hope. Kai and Mei shared the flame's power with the villagers, teaching them how to harness its strength and protect themselves. The next time the yokai attacked, the village was ready. Kai and Mei led the charge, their combined strength and the power of the phoenix flame proving to be an unbeatable force. The yokai were driven back, their dark presence banished from the village forever. In the aftermath of the battle, the village began to rebuild. The once somber and fearful place was now filled with laughter and joy. Kai and Mei were hailed as heroes, but they remained humble, always remembering the loved ones they had lost and the journey that had brought them here. As time passed, Kai and Mei grew closer, their friendship blossoming into a deep and enduring love. They continued to protect the village together, their bond unbreakable and their hearts forever intertwined. The flame of the phoenix burned brightly within them, a symbol of their courage, love, and unwavering spirit. The story of Kai and Mei became a legend, inspiring generations to come. They taught the villagers that true strength comes from within and that even in the darkest times, there is always a light that can guide you. The village thrived, and the legacy of Kai and Mei lived on, a testament to the power of hope, love, and the indomitable human spirit. And so, in the peaceful village nestled between majestic mountains and lush forests, the flame of courage continued to burn brightly, a beacon of hope for all who called it home.